Borknagar, True North. One thing really quickly, I love this album. This is an awesome progressive metal, folk, black metal album. I just feel like this should have been split into two different releases because the first few tracks, Thunderous, Up North, The Fire That Burns, Lights, Wildfather's Heart, and Mount Rapture are all like progressive metal, folk music, and some touches of black metal. And then after that, Mount Rapture is like the dividing point where it gets a lot darker and a lot more black metal. And I just feel like this should have been two releases. Maybe one is True, one is North, and that would have been cool, like a double album thing. Because there's a tonal divide, and this is an amazing album. I thought that would have been really neat. But, so this is a really great album. It's like most progressive metal albums, I would suggest you spend a lot of time with it. And you get a better sense of the album. You get a better sense of the material, the tonal shifts between the progressive metal folk stuff with black metal touches to the like enslaved style prog black metal stuff. This is fantastic. It's catchy. The vocals are awesome. The progressive power metal epic vocals are really, really great. I kind of see Borknagar as like an inversion of Dimmu Borgir, because the Dimmu Borgir is like symphonic black metal and stuff, and then Borknagar is like the reciprocal of that. And Dimmu Borgir has some like symphonic black metal, progressive metal albums, and this is like progressive metal black metal, and so progressive metal folk black metal. It's really neat. So I really love this, and I just randomly found this right after it came out. I was in a record store, and this had just come out, and I bought it. It was awesome, and that's happened a couple times. It's really cool. So I've seen Borknagar live once so far. Love the shirt, and it says True on one sleeve and North on the other, and they're fantastic. This is a Thunderous. The first track has this really like epic power metal feel to it that's really cool with some black metal. Up North is really catchy. Should have been released as a single. It's this really cool folk song. The Fire That Burns cuts the tempo, and it's this slow for them song that's really, really cool. Everything on here is fantastic. It's just that it would have been really cool if they were to, let's say they released the lighter stuff as an album called True, and the harder stuff is an album called North. That practically writes itself. It's a double album. So I love this. I suggest you spend a lot of time with it. It's a little bit, I would say it's a little more accessible than like a normal, massively complex progressive metal album. And it kind of is, but this is about it's like 74 minutes of material. It also has two extra tracks, the Wildfather's Heart, the instrumental demo version, and Up North, the demo version. So an extra instrumental and another version of Up North. So it's just a massive amount of information. And another reason this should have been cut into two pieces is it's less information and it's more money for them. But I have no control over that. And this is a fantastic album. I love Borknagar. It's just a passing thought. And I would highly recommend you see them, listen to their music. They're a fantastic prog, avant-garde, black metal folk band. It's great. The avant-garde touches would be like kind of like avant-garde metal. ICS Vortex does some of that stuff sometimes, and some of this reminds me of a really great Norwegian progressive metal band called Age of Silence, and I'll get to them someday, but not right now. Up next is, I have no idea. So that's that, and I'll figure that out, just not right now. Good night.